Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Over on the right there, that's Monte Lake. So we're starting out here and we're going to drive to Falkland. So this is September. This is after this area was impacted pretty badly by the White Rock Lake forest fire. You can see all the burnt trees and stuff here on the left and the right. Yeah, we're going to continue on right down to Westwold. And that's kind of where the fire came really close to a lot of houses, but it's kind of the edge of it. And then we'll carry on down towards Falkland. But right here is kind of where it jumped. It jumped across the highway here. I'll put a link to a video we came through here going the other direction about a week before the fire. I think it was a week. And I'll also put a link to the one where we come up from Highway 1 up to Monte Lake, so the one right before this. But you can see all on the left there, that's all burned trees. And once you get a rain or two, it really looks a lot different, because there's still a lot of the silt and stuff around. And where the roots of the trees are, they tend to burn, and then they under the ground, so they leave these kind of deep holes. They almost look like veins or something. How random they are as they go through the dirt. So that all changes once you get a couple of rains. That just flattens out a lot of that. But you can see here, some of these houses were pretty close to the fire. There's some on the right here that are nestled right up in the trees, and yeah, came real close. There were some homes lost and businesses and that, I think, as well. But could have been certainly a whole lot worse. So we're just dropping into Westwold here. So all on the right here, just beyond the houses, like literally right to their back fence or backyard, the fire came to. So there were fire crews in here, lots of forestry crews, as well as different residential and volunteer crews from around the province. But they did a really good job. Could always, hope for less damage, but they definitely had a tough one here with the way the wind was blowing and everything. But little store here on the left. Don't know that I've ever stopped there, but and then there's a restaurant up here on the left as well. So Westwold, you can see it's pretty close to Monte Lake, but we're heading basically straight east to Falkland. It's a real flat stretch here, and it's straight as an arrow, but the speed is quite low. Can't remember what it was. 70 maybe less. But yeah, you want to be careful, because there's a school down here a little ways, and if you get caught speeding here, they're not gonna cut you much slack. And it'll just come to like a 90-degree corner up here, so yeah, don't be surprised if you're driving here in the dark and suddenly the road's gone. Yeah, that's the school right there on the right. So if you carried on going past Falkland on this road, this is Highway 97, or referred to as the Caribou Highway sometimes, I guess. If you kept going, this is going to take you towards Vernon. And this actually goes right into the Okanagan, so it's kind of a shortcut if you're coming from Kamloops. Instead of taking the number one highway all the way into Salmon Arm and then heading south from there, this is the way you'll go. So on the left here, see this fence? It's like, I was like, is that a prison camp or something? But it's fairly recently been made into a big marijuana growing operation outside. It's massive. Those are all pot plants because it's all legal now. It's but I guess they have quite the security system. You can see cameras and stuff, and yeah, anyway, the big fence and patrolling it. It's kind of a little surprising to see right next to the highway, but yeah, it was a few years ago. It was just like a hayfield or something, I think, but just growing regular crops, and then see this big fence go up. But yeah, everything's fully greened up there right now. It's got a different colored green to it too when you go past. So we're just going to be entering Falkland here now. So speed suddenly drops off real slow. And there are RCMP in this little town, so pretty easy to catch speeders going into town. I think it's like 50, so yeah, it's pretty hard to do after doing 100. But Falkland's got one of the oldest rodeos, I think, continuous rodeos on the right. Coming up here is the rodeo grounds, and up on the left, you can't really see it, but up on the left on the hill, on the mountain there's a big Canadian flag, so you can often see that when you're coming into town. Some kind of structure up there. Yeah, so this rodeo grounds are on the right here. They got a sign there, but I think, yeah, it goes back decades and decades. One of the oldest in BC and probably the country as well. A few restaurants. A lot of people take this route when they have their motorcycles and go for a ride, and there's a couple of the bars here, one on the right, one on the left. I think they kind of cater to the people that are traveling through on bikes and that. And yeah, that one there, that pub, there's always just a ton of guys there that are doing a little road trip. Because you can do a loop around. You can go back around on Highway 1 and come down Salmon Arm and, yeah, kind of do a loop. But this will be pretty much where we'll end it, at the gas station here. And anyway, if you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing. Give it a like if you like this kind of stuff. Appreciate that. And other than that, I'll catch you on the next one.